Hello! Today I'm going to walk you through the process of how I made my Legend of Zelda Boba. Now, admittedly, Ocarina of Time is the only Zelda game I've actually played, but I distinctly remember smashing the pots to get rupees. So, that's the idea and concept behind this. Now, the boba I'm making is based on Taiwanese Tapioca boba, which is commonly enjoyed with some milk tea. So the first thing I'm going to do is brew some black tea for later. Once this is done, we're going to stick it in the fridge, and now we can start making the boba. Here are the ingredients you'll need to make the dough. Start by adding some water and brown sugar into the pot and stir until the sugar is completely dissolved. Then we're going to add our first bit of tapioca starch and stir this in quickly. You can raise your heat and then stir. It should start to gelatinize, which means it gets sticky. Once it's completely sticky, you can turn off the heat and add the rest of your tapioca starch. Fold in the tapioca starch until a dough forms, then we'll take this over to a work surface and knead until smooth. Once you have a nice smooth dough, we're going to section this out into as many colors as you want. In my case, I decided I was going to go with green, blue, and red. Now for the green, I did add some yellow food coloring so that it would be more of a lime green color. Knead this in until the color is fully incorporated, and we'll use this little rupee cutter to cut out the rupee shapes. I used the back end of a skewer to pop them out of the cutter, and there we go, we have a little rupee. Now if you're wondering where I got this rupee cutter from, I did get it from Etsy for about $2. I'll put a link in the description below. I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's there if you want it. Now the cool thing is that when these are cooked, they are going to turn translucent, which will make them look even better. Cut these out until there's no dough remaining. Once you're done cutting, we're going to throw these into some boiling water. Once they all start to float, you can cover it and turn the heat to low and let it boil for 7 minutes, then let it boil for 7 minutes off heat after that. Now we're going to check on them. They should look a little bit translucent, so these look pretty good. I'm going to drain and rinse in the sink just to cool them off a bit. And here's a before and after cooking, just so you know what that looks like. Now I'm going to sweeten my boba by adding some fresh honey. Now we did use brown sugar in our recipe. Really, I should be using a brown sugar syrup, but I was a little bit lazy. But I will put some recipes in the description below in case you want to cook these in brown sugar syrup for yourself. Similarly, I'm going to be making a milk tea. Now, I didn't have condensed milk, unfortunately, so I am going to put some other milk tea recipes that I think are better than my own in the description below. But here's what I made. First, you might notice my glass looks like the pot from Ocarina of Time. I just got a little vase from Goodwill, cleaned it really well, and added some decals on the outside. Now I'm going to add in my boba honey mixture to the glass first. And I'll add in some ice. And here's that black tea we made earlier, nice and chilled. Pour some into your glass before topping off with some Lon Lon Ranch milk. If you didn't use brown sugar syrup, you might want to add some more sweetener as it's not very sweet on its own right now. But here it is. Be sure to keep this away from Link before he smashes it open. Now if you made it this far, I have to assume you're a fan of video games. Be sure to check out some of our other videos like Super Mario Boba, Pikachu Boba, and Kingdom Hearts Boba. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you have an idea or you just want to say hi, drop a comment down below. Thanks! Bye!